You guys came through with the questions, and I love that for us. Oh, they get juicy on here. Getting like a few products from my grandmother. She went to Five Below. I don't like to listen. I don't have to worry about being told what to do. I have a daughter named Charisma. Entrepreneur life is very difficult. I just got married June 25th. We met on Tinder, okay? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl MsTaylorMarie. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. As you can tell by the title, today's video is going to be based on a girl chit chat. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And let's get into the video. So based on some questions that you guys sent me, I have it here on my iPad. We're going to get started. Let's see. You guys came through with the questions, and I love that for us. Okay. So, oh, they get juicy on here. Okay. Let's start. I would love to start a business, but don't know what I want to do. How did you decide? So when I started LuxGlamSpa, it was the year 2019. I was able to start off by getting like a few products from my grandmother. She went to Five Below and purchased me all these polishes, and she believed in me, At the time that I started LuxGlam, I was working at the leasing office right before COVID started. And I was doing that full time, Monday through Friday, the 9 to 5 vibe, 10 to 6, whatever my schedule was. And then I would go to my suites from 6 p.m., whatever time I was able to get from Virginia, where the apartment complex was, to the nail suite that I had at Oxford Hill, Maryland. Most of you girls know that when you guys met me. And I was able to start. The thing about it is deciding was, for me, like, I am very disobedient in a way. I don't like to listen. So for me, I wanted to create a space where I don't have to worry about being told what to do and, just frustration and things like that. So I was able to decide based on what I wanted out of life, what I wanted for Charisma. You guys, know her and have met her. I have a daughter named Charisma. And at the time, she was 9 when I started my business. So if you want to start a business, I would say first do your research, number one. Make sure that it's something that you can do comfortably, not 100% for the money. We all want a coin, but make sure it's something that you really, really want to do and that you can see yourself doing at least for 10 years. Within 10 years, you can, switch things around, change the trajectory of your lifestyle, figure out something else that you may want to do. Okay, so step 1, do your research. Step 2, make sure it's doable and comfortable for your mental, to where as though you can do it full time. And then step 3, step 3 would be to make sure it's something that you can, push through for 10 years. Okay. Next question. How hard is entrepreneur life? Oh, girl. So I have been in business for 5 years. Entrepreneur life is very difficult if you fail to understand that juggling personalities is going to be a commonality. Okay, so when you think about going into the entrepreneur life and when you think about doing everything, it's one of those situations where you can look at yourself and say, okay, if I want to be an entrepreneur, if I really want to dive into the business, depending on the type of business, you can go into, all right, this is the entrepreneur life for me. It's not easy, but if you love what you do, it won't be hard either. Okay, keep that in mind. Okay, so what's next? What's married life like? Okay, Miss Monique, my girl. Okay, we got some Cabernet in the building. The married life so far, if you all don't follow me on my social media account, LuxGlamSpa, I just got married June 25th, and I'm still considered, I guess, newlywed. The married life is like the greatest reward from doing all the hard work when dating and when changing your lifestyle and, learning one another and trying to figure it all out. I would say it's like a reward. You really don't get a chance to understand what, certain things may happen up front before you were to even get engaged. But I will say that the married life is a great reward. Like, it's so exciting. It's a filled with a bunch of happiness. It's like a weight lifted off your shoulders when you sit back and think like, oh, am I good enough to be a wife? Oh, will this be a situation where I can, flourish, or can I check this off of, not really a bucket list, but is this something that you can see yourself doing? Married life may not be for everyone, So knowing that and having an understanding, excuse me, having an understanding, you can go into it like, okay, I guess being married is all about what you make it. So for my girls out there who are, you know, engaged, waiting to get engaged, just started dating, want to be a wife, haven't been proposed to yet, whatever the case is, stay the core. Everything will work out for a greater good. And we're gonna step that. We all good. We're gonna figure it out, and then that's that. Okay. Next question. Oh, let's see. What's the most challenging part of co-parenting with another mom? Now that right there was the benediction, like literally. Okay, so co-parenting with another mom is very challenging for me because I consider myself as a mom literally like on steroids when it comes down to managing a household, when it comes down to structure, when it comes down to trying to figure things out as far as cleanliness and things of that sort. So co-parenting, it can be difficult because if you are in a different culture, or if you're in a different headspace in life, you may not teach your children certain things that the other person or party may be teaching their kids. So it comes off as, challenging for that matter because you don't really have that specific child that you are considered co-parenting with in the household with you majority of the time. Like, you're sharing space, time, energy, and everything with one another. So it comes off as a little bit weird. So I will say that is really challenging. But I pray about it. Me and my husband, we definitely prayed about it. Also my daughter, because at the end of the day, we're trying to figure this whole thing out. It's not 100% easy, but it's not that challenging either. It's one of those situations where, if you pray on it and, figure it out together, it'll subside, hopefully. Okay. So next question, we're going to get to, what's the hardest part about blending the family? Okay, we'll piggyback from the last question. The hardest part, once again, would be blending the part of the family, whereas though different cultures, different household styles, different ways of thinking, different ways of living, different ways of everything. Like, that is the most challenging and hardest part about blending a family. For me, everyone else I've noticed or that I've came in contact with, they would say, oh, the mom gives me a hard time, or, the dad gives me a hard time. And it's just, it's very unfortunate. But what can you do as the opposite person on the other end? Like, all you can do is pray on it and figure it out, all together as a whole, as a family. And I will say that's something that we have done, and that's one of our strengths. Um, you know, is making sure that we pray on all challenges, not just blending a family, not just the co-parenting situation. So we'll get there, slow but steady. Okay. So next question. How do you feel about buying high-end stuff like Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Balenciaga? Is it a waste of money or question mark? So, in my personal opinion, I am currently in a phase of life where I'm trying to figure out if I want to buy high-end things or like stay within the budget of what I can currently afford. Now that can go many different ways. Like, okay, tax season is like, all right, should I go ahead and get my Louis, or should I stick to my Coach, and things like that. So I would say for me, I currently don't own high end things at the moment, but I would love to. Um, I think that I don't think it's a waste of money based on if you're picking something or if you're purchasing things that you love, or if you're purchasing things that kind of like work with your current lifestyle, I don't think it's a waste of money at all. Like if you love um, a certain type of bag, like me, I love a good top handle, kind of bag. I love a crossbody. We all love that. Leave a message in the comments if you guys would love to see like what's new in my closet kind of vibe, and we can kind of go over some things as far as buying a little bit of designer pieces and mixing it with low and high end pieces and things like that. Leave a comment and we'll talk about it, and I'll make a video based on that. But no, I don't think it's a waste of money if you absolutely love these brands. If you don't think it's anything wrong with it, I don't think it's a waste of money at all. Okay, so next question. Let's see what we got. How do you tell a friend they are making unwise / unsafe decisions? Oh, that's a tough one because it depends on the level of the friend, right? When you go back into developing friendships and things like that, when you look at it like, okay, how can I express myself to this person? You really don't want to offend that person. You really don't want to put them in a bad mood. So it's kind of difficult. But I will say, I guess, check on their mental health, number one, of course, and then go from there. Like, okay, if they are at a, steady space in life or whatever the case is, like, okay, hey girl, let's chat, it's been something on my mind, whatever. You can start there. And then go in with your decision making and things like that, because that's the only way that they can really hear you. Also, if the friend isn't willing to understand your point of view, it may not work out. If they're not on a receiving end type of person, it may be, difficult to get your point across. But if they're dearest friend, if they're not like the associate type of vibe, if you've known them for a long time, what time you could talk to them like, hey girl, let's pop up this bottle of wine, whatever. It's giving Cabernet. Cheers to that. Cheers to Cabernet. Cheers to that. It gives, make sure that you are giving them that comfortable space so that they don't question your loyalty or your friendship when it comes down to, you asking them certain questions that may be uncomfortable for them. So I would say that in my opinion. Okay. Okay, next one. Should you tell a friend if her man is cheating? Baby, when I tell you that one right there, it is such a difficult topic to dive into, y'all. Like when I tell you, talking about cheating, talking about any disloyal actions that's going on, like I get deep. Like I go so deep into my feelings, like because I don't do all that. Like it's giving cancer, like it's all that cheating, like you can miss me with all that. Like it's never giving cheating. But to answer the question vaguely, yes, I think you should. I don't think that you should hold back. If your friend is the type of person that, which we all know, there's women out here who will get upset. If your friend is the type of person that she will get upset about it, you might have to take that L, but at least you did your part in letting her know, hey, I don't know what's going on with old boy, but he wants some other shit. So we can go from there and then just keep it pushing, right? So the answer to that question, yes, I think you should. Okay, let's see what's next. How do you prioritize self-care and what does that look like? Ooh, I prioritize self-care by number one, sleeping in late. I don't know if you all know, but I do have a really, really extensive work ethic. It is really tiresome sometimes for me, so I have to force myself. I'm a person that it's really hard for me to relax. So I would say sleeping in literally late as you can go. If you have small children, it may be difficult. I get it. My daughter's 13 now, so I've been there, done that kind of vibe. Um, if it's one of those situations where it's like, your kids are a little bit older, or, if they're gone for the weekend, baby, sleep in. Wake up when you get the energy to get your good stretches in. I do think working out is a form of self-care. For me, it looks like, okay, waking up on Sunday. So Sunday is my self-care day. I do not work on Sunday under no circumstances, nail repairs, none of the things. So I will say that. Okay. So I'll sleep in. I love crabs. Come on, Cancer crab. It's given. Yeah, I need a dozen a week, at least minimum a dozen of crabs a week. Male crabs. You know what it's given. So crabs, my Cabernet. Once again, cheers to that. Okay. I love my wine. I love my crabs. I love sleeping in. I also love to do spa days. Like I love to go to the spa. I love getting a massage. My husband, he loves to, cater to me on Sundays, like rub my feet, give me shoulder massage because like that's where a lot of my stress and tension sits in my shoulders. Um, what else? Scalp massage, whatever it gives, like to relax me, it's given that. My daughter will cater to me as well. Being a teenager is very difficult for them to cater, but she gets down to business too. Um, and a little bit shopping sometimes. Like I believe on Mother's Day, it was on a Sunday, yes, and I went shopping. I took myself shopping. I love to do a dinner or brunch on a Sunday. That's a form of self care for me. I love to get pretty and get dressed up and do my hair and makeup, do a little beat. We did a little soft beat today. Is it giving soft beat, y'all? The girls are giving us. Y'all welcome back. Phone went dead, but we know how to pivot. Yes. Where do you see yourself in 10 years from now? Where do you see yourself 10 years from now? We finish off with self care. We're going to, move on to the next question. 10 years from now, I see myself helping Charisma. She'll be 23. Oh my God, that is just so like, I don't even want to imagine like what 23? Insane. She'll be 23 years old, so I'll be helping her with like making life decisions, pivoting in life, just doing different things. I just got married, so I'll be celebrating my 10-year anniversary, maybe, about 10-year anniversary. I definitely want to be traveling more. I want to go into owning more businesses and, go from there. 10 years from now, I see myself really like excelling into the world, making residual income, probably another child by now, depending on if we extend our family or not, and then, go from there. But 10 years from now, that's where I see myself. Okay. Next question. What made you decide to lock in as a nail artist? So, to pivot back to my last question, I am locked in as a nail artist based upon me wanting to work for myself, create my own schedule. I'm very disobedient in the work field. I do not like listening to people, and making sure, that I'm on point with things and then just bringing the world and the beauty world, everything that I have to offer. Like I love beauty, life, fashion, lifestyle, the whole thing. So I think that's what separated me from the norm as far as entrepreneurship and business and everything like that. Like I just wanted to make sure that I had everything that it took to be a nail artist, to do certain things in the beauty world, as such. I was able to lock in based on my mentality. Like I changed my mental. Of course we joke around and play around all the time, but when it comes down to locked in, when you find your niche and you're good at it, lock in. Best decision ever. Next question. What helped you with finding your husband? Ooh, baby. We gotta get cheers to that. Baby, we met on Tinder, okay? Let's take a sip to it. Baby, Cabernet Sauvignon is going to get us there every time. Baby, me and Randy met on Tinder. That's my husband's name. Baby, no. When I tell you there has not been so much success stories while meeting on Tinder, it gave very much, okay. So we started dating 2021. We met November 2021. October 2021, sorry. And we dated for a couple of months. It didn't kind of work out. He reached back out, November 2022. And his main sentence was, "Are you married yet?" And I played hard to get. I'm not gonna lie, like girl, I made him work for that. Okay, I made him work for that proposal 6 months later. He proposed 6 months later, April 2023, and we just got married June 25th of this year. So, what helped me primarily was me initially putting in a specific prayer. I did go into detail. I did write in my notes exactly what I wanted. Like it gave study Sierra, back then it was giving Sierra prayer heavily. Like what Sierra give? Like, what did she ask for? You know, so I studied that. I don't think oh no, at the time, I wonder did the song Sierra's Prayer came out? I think at that time it came out and I was able to, you know, put in my own words what it is that I wanted into a man, you know. So I did write that in my notes. Very important. Write that stuff down. Write it on paper. You know, get it out there so that God can actually hear exactly what it is that you want and need. You know what you need, but put it out there as far as what you want. It's like, okay, he got to be tall, but how tall? You know, he got to be slim, but how slim? You know, he got to be, you know, into God, but how much? You know, give it. Like, do what need to be done, right? So that's what helped me primarily into finding. And honestly, I think that he found me. I don't even think that I found him because, like I said, he reached back out. I wasn't dating at the moment. I gave myself a break from the time that we stopped communicating up until the time that he reached out again. So it was kind of like, you know, a smooth breeze and where so I can just carry over. Talking and all that, you know, whatever. But that's how it went down, girl. Next question. How do you stand on boundaries with men when it comes to expressing what you want? Baby, you got to give it to them. Like, listen, have a conversation. Talk. Okay? The same way we communicate with our coworkers. I don't like the way that you was treating me on Monday. Okay? The same way we communicate with our girlfriends. I don't like the way you did that, sis. Like, you really got mad because I'll dress you on your birthday? It's not giving that. The same way you communicate with your mother when she's upset, or your father, or your family, whatever, you know. The same way you communicate with everyone, you have to communicate with that with men. Especially with men because they are the ones who are going to be transitioning you from that girlfriend phase to fiance to wife, right? If that's your view on life, if that's the level that you want to get to, that's what it's giving, right? So you want to make sure that you put that into perspective. Okay, it's giving wifey time, so I'm going to stand on big business, stand on boundaries, and that's just what it is, right? Mean what you say what you mean, and then go from there. That's it. Next question. How often should I use cuticle oil and what exactly does it do? Baby, cuticle oil is that girl, okay? Any moisturizing oil, I would say. You want to get it onto the cuticles, right? Like up in this area here, to me, it's eponychium, but to you all, it's giving cuticle. The living tissue is called the eponychium. The dead tissue that we push back to be able to expose more of the nail is called the cuticle, right? So you want to make sure you use any type of moisturizing oil. It could be coconut oil, which is one of my faves. It could be tea tree oil. It could be whatever. Just make sure that you're moisturizing at least twice a day. Okay, girl, at least twice a day. It says I use it and what exactly does it do? It does help moisturize and it does keep your nails from cracking and bleeding and being too dry to where the bacteria can get into your nails. So that is the point of cuticle oil, and you want to make sure that you use it on a daily basis, right? Next question. What products can I use to make my natural nails grow? I would say you want to be able to use like internal stuff, right? Like the hair, skin, and nails, gummies, vitamins, and things like that. You can do nail strengtheners if you don't have nail extensions on. Cuticle oil will also help. You know, some girlies, their nails grow naturally. Like you don't have to do much and things of that sort. But in order for things to grow out, as far as hair, skin to flourish, nails to grow, it's internal, in my opinion. I don't necessarily take anything at the moment. So if you girls find something and get something good, let me know. But for now, I recommend the hair, skin, and nails gummies, vitamins. Okay? Next question. What makes Gel X healthier for your nails? So, Gel X nails are a little bit more healthier, in my opinion, because it gives you a full gel formulated. It's a full formulated gel nail. So, let's say you would compare like a clay nail up into a gummy nail. So, gummy nails are a little bit more softer than clay, of course. Clay can get really hard. I would, relate clay to acrylic. So acrylic is powder to mono ratio, right? So you want to go in with two different products to formulate a nail to where you're building on top. Whereas though Gel X is already a built-in apex and it's from cuticle to free edge, right? So you want to make sure that you keep that in mind, because if you don't, you'll find yourself in a predicament where the nail tech is applying the acrylic in proper application and you are removing the nails improperly. It's not going to turn out well for everyone. So I would say Gel X is a little bit softer approach. Once again, your nails can get ruined with Gel X if they are not applied properly and if they are not removed properly. You want to keep that in mind. It's always about application removal. Application removal. So in my opinion, gel X is a little bit more healthier for your nails based upon how the nail has been formulated just with gel products, specifically soft gel products. Based on my research, based on everything that I've done over the past few years with using gel X products. Next question. My husband stepped into the chat, honey. It's given, okay, Brady. His question was, how do you like being an entrepreneur in the DMV area? Baby, I don't know. Listen, in the DMV area, it has its highs and lows as every city, you know, as we know. But specifically here, it seems as though in the nail beauty community, it's really hard to get that storefront kind of vibe and to be able to have someone come out and you know, talk to you and give you the opportunity. Our access to funds has just been outrageous. Like, you really have to prove that you're making a difference in the community in order for you to flourish in the DMV area. You know, there's grants out there, there's loans and everything like that, but as far as storefront, like, you know, my girlies out there who get your nails done, tell me where the black nail salons are, like storefront vibe, not suites. I am a nail salon located in a suite in Atlanta, Maryland. Check me out at LuxGlamSpa. But let me know, where are the black nail salons who offer, you know, acrylic, gel X, structure gel, pedicures, the whole thing. Like, I have yet to see it. So that's what makes it a little bit difficult being an entrepreneur in the DMV area based upon my niche, right? I am a nail artist, so, you know, nail tech, nail artist, the whole nine, like, it gives. I don't have access to the things that maybe hairstylists have access to or whatever the case is. So it gives a little bit difficult, but we're going to pivot and push through. Good question, honey. Next question. Can you date a friend's ex? Baby, no. It gives. Listen. Girl code. You don't eat behind everybody. Everybody can make potato salad. Everybody cannot make salmon. You cannot date your friend's ex. It's girl code. It gives. Pick me. It gives. We're not doing that. You don't want seconds. You want your own fresh, thing. You know, fang. We want our own thing. And, you know, all in all, they have been with other women, but we don't know those women. We don't know, right? So when you sit back and think about it, no ma'am. Dating a friend's ex? No. No. Other question. Next question. Oh, let's see. Favorite female R&B artist right now, baby. If you have been to me to get your nails done, who is my favorite artist? Janae Aiko, honey. I am a Janae Aiko girl. Is it Janae Aiko? Is it Janae Aiko? Baby, that's my girl. When I tell you, I love me some Janae. Now, granted, that's right now. Back in the day, baby, give me, you know, a little bit of Whitney Houston. I grew up old school, so it gives Erykah Badu, okay? That's not 100% R&B, but, you know, that's my vibe. But at the moment, it will be Miss Janae Aiko or Janae Aiko. I love her. If you guys have been to the shop, you know that I play her 24/7. I'm going to tell Siri or Alexa, whoever's on here, hey, play Janae Aiko on YouTube. My girlies know, my nail girlies know, play Janae Aiko. That's what it's given. Next question. What are your favorite type of nail sets to do? I would say featured nail sets as far as like animal print, abstract, French, marble. Marble is just, okay, marble is that girl, okay? Baby, if you had a marble set before, even if it's a mixture of marble French and 3D and all the things, baby, marble has been that girl and she will always be that girl. If you do airbrush marble, she's really that girl, okay? Those are my favorite type of nail sets. Marble, animal print, airbrush, matte top coat eats. I don't care if it's summer, spring, fall, winter, baby. Listen, matte top coat, chef's kiss. When I tell you, baby, matte is gonna eat. Baby, my girl Amber, she gets down with the matte top coat, honey. She gets me. Like, it's a vibe between me and my sis. Like, matte is one of my favorite top coats in order for the nail set to come out a certain kind of way. But my favorite type of nail sets to do would be French, marble, abstract, and the girlies love it. Next question. Oh, How do you move on from a major disagreement with a friend? Now that's one good, Naya. Good one, Naya. Now, so for me, it depends on the level of disagreement. Like, you can go into it with anyone, family, whatever, but when you sit back and think about it, like, how big of the disagreement was it? Like, what is the problem? Like, okay, sis, was it between me and you? Was it between you and him? Was it between you and her? What did it give? Like, it gives, you have to make sure that it all depends. It depends, like, okay, when you really sit back and think about it, how can you separate yourself from the disagreement? Okay, so for example, if you have a disagreement with one of your homegirls that you met in middle school, right? It'll be different from the homegirl you met in college, but you could be closer to the girlfriend in college than you are with the girl in middle school, right? So it depends on the topic. It depends on how that person handled it. It depends on a whole bunch of things. Let's get in a little bit more detail because that right there is like a never-ending, like long type of, answer. But to sum it up, I would say to move on, if the person is not willing to have a conversation with you about the disagreement, then we have to pick ourselves up. We get 5 minutes a day, drop tears, do what you gotta do, punch the bag, get in the gym, do what it is, and then let's move on from it. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to affect your mental health too much to where as though you can't come back from certain things. So I would say, get yourself a pick-me-up, and we're gonna keep it pushing. Next question. What is it like being a girl mom? Baby, my girl Charisma. Okay, let's cheers to that. Cheers to Charisma, honey. My baby Charisma. Okay, girl. So back when I first was getting myself into college courses and stuff like that, I said to myself, I was like, you know what? I want a kid. Like, it was so delusional, right? It was weird. I was like, I want a kid, but specifically, God, okay, hook me up with a girl, okay? I still want a girl to this day. Like, girl mom is not easy because it's a replication of yourself. So when that attitude get the popping off, you're like, who the hell are you talking to? Maybe she's talking to you, baby, because that was you 20 years ago. That's you. It can be really challenging, but it's so rewarding. Like, I love my sister Charisma so much. Like, she is just everything. Like, if you have met her, like, baby girl, she is everything. Like, I love being a girl mom. I want another girl. I want another girl. Like, I told my husband, I want another girl. I don't want a boy. No shade. No shade to boy mom, but baby, I'm a girl mom. Like, baby, what's the shirt giving pink? Excuse me. Baby, the shirt is pink. Blush, pink, curls. Baby, it's giving, I am a girl mom. I love being a girl mom. I love it. We love some charisma, honey. We love that. Next question. What's your favorite thing about being a woman? Ooh, honey. Ooh, that's a juicy one. Ooh, Camille. Ooh, Camille. That's a good one, babe. So my favorite thing about being a woman is the femininity of everything. Like, I love to be feminine. I love to be girly. I love to get dressed. I love makeup. I love hair. I love all the girly things. I love bags. Like, I love my nails. Like, nail talk me. Like, give it to me. Like, I love jewelry. I love everything, like, about being a woman. I love the fact that we have the ability to change the world as a woman. I love that we have so much power in the world as a woman. I love the reproduction of the woman, like everything, baby. It's just, it gives. Baby, it gives. Like, I love being a woman. Like, I love everything about it. Okay, girl. Next question. How do you know you found the one? Oh, come on, Dr. Nikki. Okay, we're going to cheers to that. Shout out to your wedding coming up. Okay, how do you know you found the one? This is my number one advice to the girlies. When you know you found the one is when there's no confusion. Straight out. Straight up, there's no confusion. If you find yourself in a predicament where it's though you're bouncing back and forth and you're confused and you're this and you're that, baby, it's given. It's no confusion. Because when you sit back and really think about life and when you think about your partner, when you think about things that you're going to go through, that man or that person, that girl, whatever, your pick is, baby, it gives, they have to understand you on a different level. They have to. They have to understand it on a different level. Number one. Number two, there's no confusion, right? You won't have to second guess yourself. You won't have to question yourself about certain things as far as some things that you may not agree with. You won't have to ask God, why me, or whatever the case is. Like, that's when you know you found the one, when the soul ties are hidden, when you're close knit, when you're praying together, when your disagreements turn into, you know, just like a little bit of miscommunication and not so much of a big, huge argument. That's when you know you found the one. And granted, we all have our shit. Like, we all go through things. But all in all, that's when you know. That's when you know, Miss Girl. Next question. What is the most important lesson life has taught you? Oh, Amber. Come on, Amber. Oh, that's a good one. The most important lesson life has taught me is that you can't trust everybody. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Because guess what? That goes for friends. That goes for men. That goes for family. That goes for everyone. That goes for the fucking retail people. That goes for, you know, restaurants. That goes for everyone, okay? It goes for everyone and everybody, everything. You can't trust anybody, okay? So I want you all to understand that level of perspective from me. Like, you just can't trust everyone. That's the most important lesson life has told me. Next question, baby. Oh, what's next? Advice for single women. Okay, Naya, that's another good one, babe. Advice for single women: take your time. Stay the core. Take your time. 1. Stay the core. 2. Steady but slow. Number 3. Once you practice those 3, you'll be good to go. Next question. What's on your travel bucket list? Ooh, come on, Jaleesa, baby. When I tell you, baby, it gives Bora Bora, it gives Maldives, it gives Jamaica, it gives Punta Cana, it gives Cabo. Oh my gosh, like, I have a whole list of travel. Like, I want to go feed giraffes. Like, yes, I want to give, like, baby, when I say I want to go feed the giraffes, I want to go and put on a robe and sip mimosas and sit there and feed the animals, like specifically giraffes, babe. We going to Giraffe Manor. I want to give Giraffe Manor. It gives that, okay? I love that. Okay, I want to feed the giraffes. I want to go feed the dolphins, baby. I just want to do it all. I love being in the tropical side of the travel life, but I also want to, one of my dream vacations is to go to Italy, which we love. So yeah, and also in Japan. So those are the main non-island type of spaces to visit, and I just want to make sure that I knock them out. You know, like, life has so much to offer, and I just want to travel. I'm just a girl's girl. I want to go. I want to see everything. I just want to see it all. Like, it's so important to me to travel and see the world. My mom passed at a very young age. She wasn't able to travel. She wasn't able to buy a home. She wasn't able to do a lot of things. So it's very important to me that I live out some of her dreams too, because she's expressed these to me and my sister and I. You know, she wanted to make sure that we knew what her dreams were, because all in all, low key, I think she wanted us to, you know, live out her dreams and things like that. So my travel bucket list is extensive, honey. Okay. Next question. This one says, oh, how juicy can the, no, we're gonna skip that one. Chris gonna edit this out. Okay, so we have a topic: social media and relationships. Baby, it's rough, because we have one side of social media, like, oh, if he don't post you, get rid of him. And then we have the other side is, oh, you know, you need to post him or it's not gonna work out. Baby, no. Do what fits you in your relationship, okay? Social media and relationships are the most difficult things that you can, like, tackle, you know, like, in life. Like, it's so difficult sometimes. Like, a lot of times you don't really want to have that discussion about that particular topic. But social media and relationships can be expensive, hun. Like, it can give, like, too much. So that right there was a topic. So we'll move on to the next one. Another topic. Come on, Joshelle, push through. The pressures of being compared to the IG baddies. Baby, oh my God. The foot be on my neck. I'm not going to hold you. Like, when I say, baby, IG baddies get all of the the praise, everything. So IG baddies to me is a replication of we can do and be anyone or anything that we want to be, right? That goes to the YouTube baddies. That goes for not just IG baddies, but it goes for everything. Social media baddies. I'll say that. YouTube, TikTok, Threads, Instagram, the whole thing. Being compared to them can be frustrating. The pressure can it gives like it can be extensive. But all in all, you still want to remain yourself. You still want to remain the baddie that you are. If you're a wide foot baddie, if you're a fat face baddie, if you're a big head baddie, it gets baddie. Like, we can't keep putting ourselves in predicaments to where as though we are less than because of what society, says that we should be. So, push through. Count your blessings twice, drink your water, mind your business, and we all good. That's giving real baddie. And count those degrees, yeah. Because a lot of baddies on Instagram is not giving degreed up. I am degreed up, so it gives that. What's next? How do you divide your time being an entrepreneur, wife, and mom? That right there, mama, it's rough. It's rough. It's rough. Ooh, okay. So I have moments where I just want to be alone, right? We all have those moments as women. In particular, I like to balance everything based on what everyone needs. Like, so family, friends, the whole thing. Like, I like to take care of everyone. And it's draining sometimes because I fail to take care of myself. And it's like, oh, since you need your hair done, baby, your toe is giving. You gotta go get that pedicure. Like, it gives, like, you take away from yourself. Like, sometimes my cup becomes empty because I like to fill everyone else's cup. But all in all, I also like to be selfish at times. I think that there's nothing wrong with that. So how I divide my time is I make sure, I've always been this way, I make sure everyone around me is okay first, and then I go in so I don't feel as guilty as taking care of myself. That's how that works for me. Let's move on to the next question. How is it balancing being a woman with a rising business, mother, and new wife? Baby, life is life. Okay, the standards that you have now as a wife is not giving girlfriend statuses. Okay, I always operate as a wife, which is probably why I was proposed to early on. That's my personal opinion. I always operate as that. My husband, verbatim in his words, you were born a wife, so I stand big on that, big business. This is my first time being married, so that is something, to, be proud of. And 6 months is a stretch. Like, that is, I mean, I love it. Like, it's outstanding. Like, a lot of times you don't see that, especially in the Black community, you don't get that much. So it's very rewarding to have a man honor you in that way. Greatest honor for a woman is to make her a wife. Greatest honor for a man is to make him a father. So I look at that as, just rewarding. But all in all, balancing everything together, this piggybacks off of the few questions before. You want to make sure that you have your mental stability in order. Like, you want to make sure all your ducks are in a row, everything's good. You don't want to stress. You don't want to go through certain things. So take care of yourself first. Take care of your mental. Like I say, pour your cup full, so that way you're not pouring from an empty glass or half full glass, and a lot of things will work out in your favor. Keep God at the center at all times. Pray and do what needs to be done, and you'll be fine. I 100% agree to that, right? Let's move on to the next question. What are your top 3 most valuable lessons you learned in life? Ooh, yes, ma'am. Okay, I'm loving that, Naturally Chic. We love that. Okay, I would say, your top 3 most valuable lessons learned in life. Okay, so number 1, I think I've talked about this before. You can't trust everybody. Number 2, mind your business. Number 3, don't be afraid to block people out of your life. Those are 3 lessons that I learned. Don't be afraid to block people. Mind your business. What made him? What? Ooh, child, I messed that all up. What motivates you to keep going day by day? Baby Charisma, and my now, current husband. I have people counting on me. My family, they count on me. I was the first to graduate in my family. Um, a lot of things have been put on me, pressure. It's just been a lot. So when I sit back and I think about it and I go into depth more, it's a bit much. But the main thing that motivates me every day is knowing that I have a supportive team behind me. I will say that, especially Miss Charisma, honey. Like Miss Girl, she don't play. She finna hold me accountable, and it's giving $75. So you can give her game. No, I'm joking. What is typical self-care routine? Okay, I went over that, Megan. So we'll go back to the self-care routine. It's the hot shower, it's the massage, it's the whole thing, girl. We'll go back. Um, would you teach a makeup? Ooh, child. Would you teach a makeup class? Yes, ma'am. Once I master makeup, yes, ma'am. I sure would teach a makeup class. I sure would. We love makeup. We love curly things. We love the whole nine. I sure would. Yes, yes. Okay. How did you effectively set up your business? What did it take to do so? So, I like that one, Teresa. I would say not spending the re-up money. Re-up, that's street talk, but not spending your profit, okay? I would say that is how I effectively was able to set up business and keep going and going and going, because the money that I made from doing nails, I put it right back into the business. Put it right back into the business. And that's one thing that you want to learn in life, is that you cannot spend your profit. If you do, then it must be a really large amount of profit so that everyone can, be comfortable, eat good, and then everything's good. But in order to make things a little bit more effective, you want to make sure that you reinvest so that you can enjoy the fruits of your labor. That's what I would say. Yes. Okay. How has the transition been blending your families? I answered that question before, so we'll go back. My sister stepped into the chat. What's up, girl? Why do women act like they don't need a person for support in the household? Ooh. Okay, so this one's tough. For me, I'm so dominant and I'm really in tune with everything. I feel like women act like they don't need a person for support in the household because it's so much pressure on the primary person in the household. Like, when you sit back and think about it, it's like, okay, we wash, dish, cook, clean, the whole thing, right? It's like, what do I need support for? I already have everything going on. Now, mind you, it's going to be difficult for someone to come in and be able to offer these things to you, and for you guys to blend and lifestyles together. It's very difficult to blend lifestyles. However, the difficult part about it is, for me, it's being dominant. I want things done my way all the time. And it's just my husband looks at me like, girl, if you don't sit down, what are you doing? Relax. Let me do it. Shawnee's, I don't have time. So that kind of thing. But I will say it's based upon routine. If you have a woman who is based on routine, it's going to be difficult for her to transition and for her to have certain things in her mind to where as though she can share and do things of that sort. So I think that's the most difficult thing for a woman, to act like they don't need another person in the household, is because they're so used to doing everything. Especially black women, we're held to a certain standard. It's oh, you need to do this, do that. It's the dry clean, get this, get that, take the soccer game, whatever. It's just so much. So that's why it's just okay, well, I do everything anyway. So by the time you meet someone and by the time you get to that point that you want to invite someone into your life, it's going to be hard, So I'll say that as far as they act as if, and that doesn't mean that they don't want or need. That's just an act, preferably, right? Okay. How have you matured after getting married? Oh, girl, I matured a little bit before getting married, girl. I matured during the fiance stage. I will say that. There were majority of things that he didn't, like, and that I didn't like about myself. I was able to mature in that way because I knew that I wanted to, stand for something, so I don't fall for anything kind of vibe. So yeah, it was just one of those situations where it was like, you want to make sure that you are being treated, up to par, for the woman that you are, and the doll, and person that you are. You want to make sure that you're being treated as such. So I had to make those necessary changes. Um, I think I've matured in communication. I've matured in, eating habits. I matured in cleaning habits. I matured in a lot of things. Developing a better makeup routine. I've developed in a more modern look when it comes down to clothing. I've matured in a parenting style. I've matured in a lot of things. So that was a good question, Jolisa. Shout out to you. Yes, yes. Okay. Are we going to go through a few more and then we're going to wrap up this video? Let's see. What's the most scandalous thing you've heard from one of your clients? Oh, girl. I don't know if I can talk about that, honey. We're going to finish up that Cabernet, though. I don't know. The most scandalous, like, it gives... it's so much that I talk about with my girlies at work. Like, it's a lot. Like, I don't know if I can really, like, go into detail, but we'll probably save that one for a different time. We'll do. So this is not a question. Well, I guess it is. Tips, tricks. I want a husband too, sis. LOL. Baby, stand on big business. Okay? You got to go into your Marry Me meal. You want to make sure you make that. My Marry Me meal was fresh collard greens, macaroni and cheese, and turkey wings falling off the bone. Baby, he tore that up. And he was just like, okay, the first meal I ever made for him, I think it was broccoli, salmon, and something else. Like, he was just like, oh my God, like, you cook for me? I was like, yes, like, you need to eat. Like, it gave, like, I could have went and bought him something to eat, but it wasn't, 100% giving that. So I was like, all right, I'll make him some food. But as far as, like, my Marry Me meal, that's trending, like, not trending now, but it was trending, like, on TikTok before. That Marry Me meal, baby, it gets down to business. But also, I think that not just receiving and giving too will help you, become a wife in the long run. Definitely cooking, cleaning, the whole nine. And make sure they're cooking and cleaning too, because it's not giving one side. I don't know where to do that at. I'm like, I'm still young, so I don't operate in that manner sometimes. Like, a lot of older women I see will do everything in the conflict. The man will just work. I'm not a stay-at-home mom, so I work, he works, I cook, he cook, I clean, he clean, kind of thing. There's no, gender kind of household kind of thing. So it works out for both of us and for our children. We have a 6-year-old and a 13-year-old. My daughter is 13, his daughter is 6. So, it's very imperative that we have, structure and things that we're going to incorporate into the household so that things make sense and so that they grow up and understand that this is something that you need to be doing and incorporating into your life. Right? So, yeah, girl, tips, tricks. Oh, and also that hawk too. That is nasty, but no, it gets down to business, girl. Like, you gotta perform all the time. I will also say, what else would be a tip? Spontaneity. Like, I love being spontaneous. Like, sending random pictures, okay? Lingerie or nothing. What else? Random massages. Speaking life into your man. Speaking life to your partner. What else? It goes down the line. Like, so, okay, cooking good, do your Marry Me meal. And these are some of the things that, happen into our relationship that was going on way before he proposed. So it was the Marry Me meal. At that time, I didn't call it that, but I know that was one of his favorite meals, which was the turkey wings falling off the bone, baby. Falling off the bone. Now, if you want the recipe, go ahead and drop a comment in the comment box down below, and I'll go ahead and send you that turkey wing recipe, honey. So it was the turkey wings falling off the bone. It was the macaroni and cheese and the collard greens, fresh collard greens, not Kansas. Do better. Also spontaneous stuff, like just randomly, even getting dressed in lingerie, like, oh, you just got off work, okay, the kids sleep, what is giving, get into it. Speaking life into him, building up the confidence, learning that certain things are going to help a man feel wanted and needed. I would you say talking in the most feminine voice kind of thing? I think that works sometimes. Like I said, I'm dominant, so I still struggle with certain things. And you know, just get into it, sis. Like, okay, we want more tips. We'll save that for part 2. But that concludes this video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I do appreciate you all so much for your questions, your tips, your topics, and everything like that. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Sharing will also mean so much to me to help grow my channel. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Also, girlies, send me some ideas of what I should do next, and we will get into the next video. Bye.